Good morning all, it's the Sunday and I've just got up, well, about half an hour ago. So I've got my coffee on there, just waiting for the sun to appear. It's up beyond that cloud over there at the moment, so with a bit of luck it shouldn't be long. There's plenty of blue sky appearing, so it does look like it's going to be a pretty good day again. There's a few people up and about, some people right on the far end, right over there in a tent. Not sure if you can see him, but there's two people wandering about there. My friend George is up and about. He's gone for a little wander around. He's put his fly sheet down there to dry off because he's going home later today, so yeah, it should be a really good day again. Had a little bit of rain yesterday, about 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. Popped inside the tent. Quite a few people left the beach at that point. Mid-afternoon, it was about 3 o'clock-ish. Then we had quite a few people come down afterwards, so. And there's two chaps in the tent through there. There's another chap, we call him the Dutchman, in the tent through there. Got a friend of ours just round the corner here in a dugout type thing. Might be able to give you a quick look. And he's up there, look, in his shelter. There's another tent further along the beach in the woods. There's another tent with a young lady and a young man down on the beach itself, further along, but you can't see him from here. And a couple more tents further along, all tucked away in the woods. So there's quite a few people actually camping down here this weekend already, so. Anyway, let's check on that coffee. I've only just put it on, so it won't be boiling yet, but no, it's not starting to steam yet. Had a good night's sleep. Tent's a bit of a mess as always. Bits and pieces thrown everywhere. Got plenty of food, plenty of water. I'm going to enjoy this day. Check back with you in a little while. I just filtered the last bit of water out of my water bag. I've got a 3 litre water bag with me. So I just filtered off the last of the water. So I'm heading off down to the stream before it starts getting busy. I'm waiting for the sun to finally appear, which it's doing quite nicely at the minute. So I thought, get down there now. Top up my water. When I get back in a little while, I can boil up some water, have a wash, and maybe another cup of coffee. It's quite a pleasant walk through the woods down to the stream. I passed by the ponds on the way there, so I'll stop and have a quick look, see if there's any wildlife going on there. I know there's goldfish in the pond, but might get some dragonflies around there. And once the sun appears, might get a snake or two. You never know. They do sunbathe there, so just got to watch your footing in places around here. Don't keep looking at the camera, Steph. Sounds of the birds chirping. It's better than the seagulls all the time. nearly at the ponds anyway, so. Well, I've reached one of the ponds here. Water lilies ain't out yet, because obviously the sun's not out. I know there's goldfish in this one, so I saw them yesterday, but obviously waiting for the water to warm up and the bugs to come out. Must still be asleep. So I'm just coming down to the beach now. This is the way the people come down the steps. There's a few tents over there. More tents up in the woodland. This is where I have to come get my drinking water this morning. So we clamber down onto the beach, down that way. That's where I'll be getting my drinking water from this morning. Just pop my water bag down in there, let it fill up. Well, just popped inside the tent for a little while because, as you can see, in here it's raining. I did think it was going to be just a tiny little shower, but it's coming down quite heavy at the minute. You've been getting a few puddles there with the water running off. At least I'm nice and dry in here. Well, there was a couple of people swimming in the sea, but I think they've given up now. Don't blame them. Well, just decided I'm going to do myself some breakfast. A couple of eggs on cooking, and I'll put them in a wrap. I might have a bit of iceberg lettuce with it, not sure yet. Got plenty left, so yeah, nice little breakfast. Healthy breakfast on the beach. Eggs fluffed up nicely, that is. I purposely didn't put any oil in because I didn't want such a fried egg. Yeah, that's looking beautiful, that is. There we go, look at that. perfect breakfast. On the beach, in the sun. Got my coffee down there, so I sit on the stool, soak up the sun, and eat my breakfast. Well, the tide was on its way in, it wasn't completely in, so I thought, well, I'll wait for the tide, it'll be about an hour. I thought I'd take a walk to the local co-op. It took me 45 minutes to get there. I've stocked up enough beer for today and tomorrow. Got myself 12 mixed cans, 8 ales and 4 ciders. I've got Hobgoblin Gold and some Thirsty Ferret Ale, and I think it's gold something cider. So 6 for today, 6 for tomorrow, or 8 for today, 4 for tomorrow, depending on how the weather goes. Oh, car coming. So a little bit of the walk down to the co-op. There isn't a footpath on some of it, but it's not that far, only about 500 yards or so. There is a route round the back that is footpath, but that takes you a little bit longer. So where that fence is in front of me is where I cut across country, and just down around that corner is that same distance as that, maybe a little bit more, is the co-op. Then I cut through cross country a little bit up through the campsite, the top of Barley Lane, and down through Fairlight Glen, back down to the beach. Yeah, the beach where I'm camping. So it's not that far, like I say, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Cars coming, so I'll let these go past, I'll cross over the road. So I have to go through this gate here, but that's the other road you can follow around. It's like a little loop. So if you come out the co-op door and do a left, then a left, then a left, brings you up round this loop rather than coming up the main road like I just did. So I'm going to pop through the gate and head off back to the beach. Enjoy my beer. So it's up past that radio mast I have to go. You can see the track goes up through the trees, and where that radio mast is by the campsite. So cut through that, and then you're into Barley Lane. So if you know where you're going, it's a pretty easy route. Well, made it back to my tent, and I thought I'd have a Thirsty Ferret to start with. By my mate George, who was camped here. He was just his second left, so I had a beer with him while he was packing up. Said farewell and all the rest of it. I haven't seen the guy for 3 years because of COVID and lockdowns and everything else. Lovely guy, lovely guy. So yeah, I thought I'd have a Thirsty Ferret and just sit here, chill out for a little while. Tide's in. There's a few people down on the beach just below me, down on the cliffs. There's a few people up on the bank. There's loads of people down the bottom of the stairs, which is at the other end of the beach, the right hand side of me. Just gonna chill out and enjoy it. Enjoy my beer. So I've got my Hobgoblin Gold, as I said, over the back there. My Thatcher's Gold, it's called. My Thirsty Ferrets. I'm gonna have a good day. Well, I must admit, this has always been my favourite camping spot on this beach. And just round this little area here where I'm camping, well, before now, where my water bag is over there, I set up a little bird feeder made out of a recycled bottle I found, and a water thing I hung on there, but they're long gone. It's just the flowers and things. We've got sweet peas growing here, which are wild, I believe, unless someone's dropped some seeds or something. Over here we've got these yellow flowers, don't know what they're called. And we've got these purple type things. Not flower experts, they're just so pretty around here, and you get so many butterflies and insects and everything else. More of these purple type things. There's one that's a deep purple there. It's just beautiful around here. Absolutely stunning. So besides the beach and everything else, just this little spot where I'm camping, which I always try to get this spot. Normally I've got my tent that way, if you've seen any of my other videos. But because George was camped here when I arrived, I put my tent up there. Perfectly fine. But like I say, it's just beautiful. If you see my winter videos, you'll see the robins. There's two robins that come down every morning, every afternoon, down to this spot. Besides the seals, I just love being here. I love to buy just a little square off the council. The habit's my own. Well, it's been a really good day so far. Had a few beers. Just been collecting a bag full of firewood for my wood burning stove to cook my dinner on. In the meantime, I'm going to snack. I've got a wrap here with some sardines and oil in, and I'm just putting some iceberg lettuce in it. Just a quick snack to keep me going until I can cook my dinner. It's now just gone 6:30, and the beach is nearly empty except for people who are actually camping here. There's some people further on the beach to my right, so I can't film that way. But besides that, everyone else has gone home. Like I say, it's just the people that are camping here, so thought I'd have a quick snack before I do my lunch. Now, obviously, got to have a coffee with it. Got to have a coffee. Well, I must admit, I've been sitting here chatting to a guy for about, I don't know, it's got to be an hour and a half now. I was going to make a coffee with my wood burning stove. I've been out and collected sticks and everything today. Like I say, I got chatting away. I didn't realise how dark and how late it had got. So I'm going to light it now and make me coffee. So I've just put one of my firelighter things in there, which are made out of like sawdust and what have you, and wax. So they burn for about 10 minutes. I've used them before, they are quite good. But you have to start this thing off with like little sticks just to get it lit. Of course, at the top of my bag I've got like these things which are more like logs. I don't know how well you can see them. So I should take some of them out, because the idea was I was going to have my coffee and then use my wood burning stove as like a little campfire for the night. So I don't want to put things that are too thick on here. I'm going to get some little twigs in there, get some little tindery bits going first. It does get a bit smoky to start with, but once the wood catches light and the flames appear from the wood rather than the firelighter, it does work a treat. So it takes longer to boil the water than my gas does, but it's the whole point of being outdoors and having like a campfire. But it's really hot there, so once I pop the pan on in a minute, the water will boil really quick, and I can just start feeding it, like I say, from the side. There we go, I'll pop my cup on top, or my pan, whatever you want to call it. It's actually a 1 litre cup. I could actually turn on the lamp. I suppose that's the best setting. And there you can see it's full up with twigs. Like I say, just pop them through this gap here. When the cup's on there, just feed it through this hole. Just keep feeding it. You see it's a bit smoky. Like I say, once they catch, the smoke goes and the flames appear. There's so many hot embers in the bottom, it will boil the water. I'm going to turn my light back off. There you go, it's a bit of atmosphere there. Proper campfire. I'm going to have to use my rubber tongue things to hold my pan when I get it off, because the flames are going up the handle. Campfire cooking at its best. Well, it's doing quite well. Water's steaming. It's not quite boiling yet. I decided, rather than having one of my caramel coffees, I'm going to have one of my pre-mixed Nescafe and Coffee Mate ones. It's a bit stronger, so I use 2 nice decent sized spoonfuls in there, if you can see that. No sugar, but that's fine. Nice strong coffee for bed. Bit of warmth and a nice dose of caffeine. I say you shouldn't have coffee at bedtime, but I do enjoy it. The heat coming off this thing is absolutely incredible actually. There's no flames at the moment because I put so many sticks in there, or twigs, whatever you want to call them. It's my little stove. Even a little twig is a log. The embers in there are really hot. And once my coffee's finished, I can just take that off and use it as a campfire. Well, the handles ain't hot actually, so yeah, I could just whip that off. Look, got my own little campfire in a tiny little space. Well, that water is absolutely boiling now. Look at that. So as I was saying, it's not just boiling the water, but afterwards I've got the atmosphere now of my own little campfire, so I can just pile a load in there now. Don't have to worry about it spilling out or anything because it's inside the campfire that was already here, so it's not going to catch the ground light or anything. I could just pile it full now while I'm having my coffee. Have a little fire for atmosphere and a bit of warmth. So in the end today I had 2 cans of my what do you call it, thirsty ferret. I had 2 cans of my cider and 2 cans of my hobgoblin. I thought I'd have a nice little mix, so I had the 6 cans in total, which leaves me 6 cans for tomorrow. So I don't need to go to the shop tomorrow to buy any beer. And this thing is going to be brilliant. My own little bonfire on the beach, contained, and it's safe. It's far enough away from the tent, so I don't have to worry about it, but I will make sure it's well and truly died down before I get in bed. At the moment I will enjoy it, enjoy the ships on the horizon, and enjoy the stars in the night sky. Well, it is surprising just how much heat this little fire has given off. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. It's taken hardly any wood from what I collected today. Can't even put it on top, half of it, because it's just rolling off. Good thing it's rolling off into the fire pit, so I can still pick it back up. Cheers everybody. Happy dreams. Happy camping. God, that coffee's hot. Well, finished my coffee, and that's just the glow of the embers there. So the fire's nearly out, even though there's still a lot of heat coming off that. But it's far enough away from my tent, so I'm going to bid you all a very good night, and tomorrow's another day. Good night everybody. Thanks for watching.